Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the old Ncaa, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. Great anticipation for a matchup that's only grown as the season has progressed. Now, a top-5 showdown. Both teams trying to make a strong statement here in the midseason. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Street. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Dogs will kick it away to get this game going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed to the running back. Fights through the tackler. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They've got him, but that completion's good enough for first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And here's the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He'll try a pass here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Can they keep this drive going, try to convert on third down now? They'll try to run for the first down. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, that's what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And, man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollock, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. Ball handed off. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and go get a touchdown.
First down and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab made by the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, and he's ruled down right there. They lose yardage on that play.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
On the opening drive that just won't end, they've got a third down and short. Can he make it to the marker? They pick up the first down. Tackle at the 25.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
That's an important first down on that running play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. Third down now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Everyone moves the ball across the 40.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Breaking free at midfield. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. It's a shotgun run call. Runner finding some space, though. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. An inside give now from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Handoff to the single back. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Game makes it 2nd and medium. They're going to run it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. They'll run it to the left. Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Not much on that play, brought down short.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And the back now goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Cut quickly. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Powering through. Wow, it's another broken tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Georgia now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Wideouts now clustered. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. You've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And on the carry, he's heading left. And they stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. This one is right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Play action here on 1st down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Quarterback drops back, running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. Lets it fly to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. Hands off to the left. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
A gain sets up a 3rd down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. The Dogs will line up to kick it away. And the offense will have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st down, it's play action. He'll take a deep shot here. And he is wide open for a huge gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw it on first down. He's running out of time here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity to take a shot here. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's escaping the pocket now. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He hands it off from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he finds his target. He has the first. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Can he take it all the way? The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. How about that for a defensive touchdown to tie this football game?
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
The BAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The Bulldogs hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Sticking with the running game. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Offense, they're going to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
He eludes the rush. Now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
He'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. The pocket breaking down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They've converted 1 of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run in the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
First down for the offense.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. The pass rush closing in. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
On third and short, the offensive coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
No, kick it away here. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
The gain makes it second and medium. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw.
You have to be more careful with the football.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Bulldogs are bringing a punt team onto the field. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Defense is coming after him. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
And this is off the side of the foot. Kick goes out of bounds. They'll spot the ball near the 20-yard line. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Grab behind the line, it's Lawson. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
They bring him down after a short gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you could sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 10. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at at the 11.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
The back's got it. Touchdown, Dogs. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He flips it to the back across the middle. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Oh, the pass is picked off. They get him down after a short return, but an interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. They're going to run it here. In the clear at the 25. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Georgia has moved into the red zone. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Important second down play coming up. Tailback takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Put the ball in his hands, let him work his magic.
Now it's third and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play two-passing. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up to the 1st down.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.